That stupid clown who I have been allowing to participate in my comments because the algorithm loves it, and that's about as useful as this individual's participation will ever be on my channel. This actually inspired a topic that I know I have gone over before, but I'm not sure I had an official topic quite like what I intend to do today. This is going to be the official "You're aging, I am aging, how does it make you feel" topic. Me personally, when I think about aging, I find it strange that there's people who legit cannot stand the idea of aging. Very, very easily, right off the bat, we can talk about people who are really into vanity. Why are they getting all these procedures and surgeries and buying all these stupid skin products that literally don't do anything in some cases? It's because you're not accepting of your changes. You're not embracing your changes. When it comes to me and my personal aging, I embrace it. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? That's what people do. People, as time passes, they age. Collagen production is not the same. Your skin will have suffered damage from the elements, especially the sun. And not everybody wears sunscreen every day because we're not fucking maniacs. Things happen, aging begins, your appearance begins to change, just like it's supposed to, just like it's meant to. But for some reason, some people find that unacceptable. And they also try to point it out in other people. Me personally, I like to point out aging in celebrities because of the extreme changes that some of them undergo. I'm like, oh, that person is looking significantly older from the last time that I remember watching them. But it's not like, oh my God, they suck, they're gross because they're old now. And when it comes to the dating market, I guess there are some people who really are afraid of not being good looking enough, not fitting the profile of dateable anymore simply because you're aging. And that's absolutely not true, because even on dating websites there are categories designated for older people. But in general, I think everybody should just stop obsessing over the passage of time and try to enjoy your seasons the best that you can. Me personally, like you guys know in my topic in which I discussed, yeah, I'm like a salty, moody, bitter bastard, and some of that I can say that is the result of me not getting to have fun very often. And what I mean by fun is the kind of fun to where that energy, that enlightenment, that tight feeling in my gut of, wow, I'm thrilled and excited. That just doesn't happen often. And realistically, for a lot of us adults, it doesn't, and that's fine. It's just not okay for that to be the case for prolonged periods of time, because that's what can lead to a degree of depression, if you ask me. And depending on your path in life, your aging is going to exacerbate your feeling of not having fun. And that is something that I accepted as early as me being 15 years old. Because if as a teen I wasn't having the kind of fun that people were describing, imagine what it would be like as an adult when I start having real responsibilities. So with me, anytime someone tries to say something stupid about how I'm aging, I love to say something smart back, like, oh yeah, that's what people do. People age. And I'm not exactly like 9 years old or 10 years old, so I'm not sure what surprises you or what shocks you about that. It's not realistic for people to look great all the time. And at least I'm the kind of person who, when I age, as I age, I'm not trying to conceal the fact that I'm aging. It's like, okay, I look in the mirror and I see a new wrinkle sticking out, and I'm like, oh, now that I think about it, I've had that wrinkle since I was 10 years old. I have had the dark circles under my eyes since I was 9. Those things. And I've never been someone to feel an inferiority complex because I'm continuously criticized over my looks. You guys try. All of you who ever say something about me, clearly you're trying to get me to have a reaction. But I accepted myself as I am and became comfortable with it since I was in middle school. So no matter what you all try to say to me, what you all try to change, how you try to insult me, how you try to intimidate me, oh, you're going to be single forever, nobody's going to marry you. And no matter what my relationship status is, look, for some people it works, for some people it doesn't. For me, if someone were to be making decisions based on appearance, say, oh, I'm going to get dumped because whoever I'm dating actually found someone better looking, good for him for saving me the trouble of me getting rid of him. Because clearly that's the shit that he values, and I don't value that. And I think he forgets that he too ages. And maybe when he gets old, I'll be just as disgusted by him as he is by me. Who knows? I usually tend to be someone who, say, my mother, for instance, it is very evident that she has aged, but it's not like she grosses me out or I find her disgusting in any way. Same thing with my father. The last time I saw him, I'm like, God damn, I can tell it's been 12 years since I saw you. That type of thing, but it's not like, oh my God, he grosses me out. What has grossed me out about him, you guys know, is his treatment toward me, his absence, that type of thing. Physically, I know that shit happens to people, and it happens to every living being ever. It is part of a cycle. It is something that's supposed to happen. But I guess no matter your age, some people never mature from that. Some people truly live valuing that and clinging on to youth, whatever it is that happens to people during a juvenile stage. And for me, there are some people who, although they're old, to me they have more life than a lot of the young people I know who are supposed to be looking hot and whatnot, whatever hot means to people. So yeah, you guys, I thought I would express that because thank you, stupid clown. I already forgot your name in the comments, who said things like that, because you inspired me to discuss it again. I think the last time I had a topic about old people was like 4 years ago. And I think that this is one of those topics that's really nice to revisit, because that's the whole point of me journaling. Since I've been journaling for, it's been like 15 years now, then aging and the passage of time is something that I have written about. And that's really one of the things that inspired me to journal, because I knew that my life as I knew it at the time that I started was not going to be the same as my life later on. So in a sense, I was obsessed with documenting that type of thing. And my only regret is that I never quite had access to videoing. Even though I had a digital camera that could take videos, it's not like I could immediately throw that on a computer and upload it and I would know what I'm doing. I had no idea how to deal with video files at the time. No regrets. I mean, I think I started at a pretty decent time still, and I've been pretty steady with it. And the one thing I can say is that my personality, my character, has been the same. And I'm super grateful for that. And physically looking, as I evaluated my childhood photos, the only time I couldn't recognize myself as being me was when I was an infant. And even presently, sometimes I cannot tell the difference between a boy and a girl when you're at an infant stage. Only what you wear gives it away, but if your parents are dressing you in neutral colors, it's like, shit, is that a he or is that a she? Because sometimes they're bald too for a long time, so it doesn't help that you don't have hair up in your head, unlike me when I was born. You know, those distinguishing features. But yeah, aging, I will never be scared of it. I guess I will occasionally be like, oh, this is a strange trait that I have going on. And then I'll need to make myself aware that, oh yeah, this is one of those changes that I can anticipate are happening as a result of whatever stage in life I'm entering or exiting, blah, blah, blah. But isn't it petty? Isn't it stupid when someone tries to bully someone over how they're aging as if they're immune to aging themselves? Just get out of here being stupid. Thought I would share that, and I'm so glad that I discussed this because I have been conversing with older folks, just like I always have, but in more recent times, I guess, since they themselves are entering different stages, especially those who I have known for over 10 years. It's like, wow, I have observed your growth as much as you have observed my growth. And the last conversation I had with an elder who's like almost 70 years old was about that. I said, hey, so you've known me since you were like in your late 50s. How have I changed? And I'll tell you how I think you have changed. And honestly, this person I have in mind, there really isn't much different about them at all. So it's one of those things that makes me be like, okay, some people will keep looking the same for a while and other people just don't change much. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. On the note of nobody will be around to take care of you. Again, not afraid of that. I guess the way that I'm destined to experience old age is I'll suffer. I'll be suffering much more than I'm suffering now. But like I've said before, some people have the privilege of not going through that. Some people don't. But also, when this person goes, how does that make you feel? I like that because to me, thinking about it critically, old people who end up abandoned and stuff, to me, that's more of a failure in the community and society as a whole, more than anything else. Because you shouldn't have to be expected to have kids so that you trap your kids to take care of you when you get old. That's one. And second, what if you want to be single forever? You shouldn't have to rely on dating someone so that you can ensure your survival. If society really is advancing as much as it claims to, these are crises in the community that no one should have to experience.